My base looks like a mess right now, but there's a good reason for it. What looks like random torches, dirt blocks, and chests are actually just markers for some builds I'm going to be doing today. The build I would like to start with is a cow pen over here. Unfortunately though, I kind of lost a cow. While I was prepping all of this, a bunch of deer showed up and one of my cows disappeared. In the beginning there were 3, over time one of them disappeared, but now the second one also disappeared. I hope in the future some more cows come back, because I would like to have more than 1 cow in my cow pen. But first, let's get to building. Even though I planned this out, I didn't actually try the trapdoors on this. It turns out you can't place them the way I thought, so let me try my luck with these half slabs. Well, this is good. I can place them on top of these posts, but how do I connect them now? I feel like I have to put something under here. Maybe a trapdoor? Yeah. Aw, they really like the hay. Oh, it does form a corner. That's cool. Is this a good cow pen? We have a doe in the stack, 1 cow, unfortunately not the second one, and this doe did not want to join them. If she changes her mind, I'll make it easy for her. I will remove those logs over time. I just want to give her a chance to join her family in there. First build of the day done. Now, before we move on to build number 2, I actually want to upgrade my tools. What a fun little animation. Alright, let's get to build number 2. So the idea behind these multiple small builds I'm making is that I don't want just one big storage room. I want a storage system that is organized well, but still kind of cute and separated into different sections. So this one is supposed to be for my building materials, and it's gonna be a really small build, but it's gonna have a basement with a bunch of chests, because I just figured that building materials is gonna be taking up the majority of my storage in the future. So I'm gonna be having wood chests, stone chests, and all the little decorations and everything sorted down there, but the entrance to that is gonna be just like a quaint little hut. Our second build is done, and I even made a little bit of a basement. This is obviously going to be expanded, and I will have to add a bunch of chests in here, but for now, you see the vision, right? Little hut from the outside, unassuming, and then there's lots of storage underneath. There is one more build I want to make in this episode. This one's going to be the biggest build over here, and this will be storage for a lot of plant stuff, like basically all the vegetables I'm going to farm, all the food that isn't processed. Oh my god, top slabs are possible. I just realized that there's a little rotate thing. Oh, this is amazing. I had no idea this was a thing. I could have saved myself so much misery on my first build. Wow, okay, I can do a lot more than I thought I could. That's awesome. Nice. I need to go collect some more light wood. Oh my god. I hate these things. Ah, please. Oh my god. Die. These are by far, I was gonna say the worst mob, but I don't know. Between them and the magma toad, I don't really know which is worse. Wait, what is that? That's another structure. That's so fun. We have something else to explore next. What are you? Oh, oops. It sounds like I'm being followed. Not anymore. Okay. Is this enough? Probably not. Either way, I'll go to sleep. I can fell a tree in the morning. That's such a cute baby. And now let's get on with the hardest part, which is the roof. How do I get up there? Why is it so easy to climb up 3 blocks, but so hard to jump up 2? Okay, I wanted to try 2 versions to see which one I prefer. And now this is really hard. Let me see from the front. Okay, so I don't really see the other version from the front, of course, but this one's straight. The other one is more curved. So from here, I think I prefer the version on the left. However, this is not the most important view. The most important view is the front. You know, I really cannot make a decision without seeing both versions. This is version number 1, and here is version number 2. I think both are really cute, but I think I'm actually choosing number 2 because I like the contrast between the round sloped roof in the front and the straight roof in the back. Right, but what I did not anticipate is the fact that this roof is not done. So in order to finish this, I either have to make it taller or I have to put on a flat roof in the middle. And I feel like that would be strange. I'm also very sure that making it taller would make it look awkward. Let's try the flat version. I just want to see if I could tolerate it or if it looks way too awkward. Ooh, the Z fighting is bad. Okay, but trying to ignore that, can I live with this? And I think the answer is no regardless. This looks bad. Yeah, I'm gonna just have to go with version 2 because otherwise this roof is not gonna look good. Okay, this looks pretty decent. And yeah, unfortunately we lost the contrast, but I still like how this looks. Okay, so this is all I'm gonna do for the outer shell. I am gonna add an interior at some point. For now, I'm done working on this house. However, I still have exciting things to do. Let me sleep real quick so I can do this in daylight. While I was prepping for these builds, I was looking around this workbench and I figured out that I can make a crude hoe. With this hoe, you can till dirt and grass. So this is how we can actually plant our vegetables. Now we can also make seeds here. Unfortunately, the only seeds we can craft right now are these 3: sunflowers, wheat, and lettuce. But we do also have carrot seeds. And it's not that complicated to upgrade this crafting bench. I have 4 lettuce. We don't have enough lettuce to upgrade this bench, so I think instead we need to just grow some, and once we have more lettuce then we can actually upgrade this. I also want to make a watering can, but for that we first have to smelt our iron. And I'm making a second farmer's workbench because for 1 it's an amazing decoration, and for 2 it's probably convenient to have it in that area. That looks so cute. I love this workbench. Now let's get to tilling. Okay, I want to be intentional about this. I think I'm gonna start with little patches of lettuce. Oh, look at that. That is so nice. So we'll have some lettuce here. Maybe, yeah, why not? Let's do all of the seeds. Now I want these patches to be organized, but still a bit asymmetrical. And I would also like to place some of these bushes around and in between the patches, but I think I need shears for that. And I'm not sure if I have enough iron to craft shears and a watering can. I think for now I'm going to place the wheat here too, but I'm kind of imagining this whole area to turn into a wheat field. Okay, let's check on our iron. 5 pieces. What can we get with that? We need 3 for this. Oh, we only need 1. That is perfect. We can do both. Hell yeah. Oh, and look, these are so cute. Now, how do I fill this up though? Where's the nearest water source? Oh, I have a map for that. These markers are pretty cool. Oh, where has my cow gone? Oh, she had little hearts over her head. Well, what is happening though? There's a pig in my cow pen and no cow. Did the cow just despawn? Did it jump out? Maybe mobs do just despawn. I mean, that would make sense. I haven't done anything to them. I have to look that up. Aw, they're growing. Okay, and I see the durability thing going down, but I'm assuming this is not durability. Hopefully this doesn't break. I want to see what happens when it goes down. Okay, it just goes empty. That's fine. I should figure out how to transport water because I feel like there's a spot over here somewhere. I guess this? Yeah, this would be perfect for a little pond. So I would like to fill this with water, and then I can always go here, grab water, and use my watering can. But now I can also use these shears. That's so fun. That is the most fun animation I've ever seen. I need to find more bushes so I can use this. That's so cool. Oh, so I can't harvest the berry bushes. Understandable, but I've also seen that they are being sold. Can I harvest the leaves? I can. Oh, this looks so cool. I love that. And I also love that the shears do not have durability. I can just go crazy forever with the same pair of shears. Seems like I never have to make a new one. I am having way too much fun building my cozy cottage. Or cottages. Cottage village? What is this? Right, I wanted to also use these fences because they look so cute. Does that make sense? Not really. I wanted to kind of use them to separate these areas a bit, but I don't want to cover it up. Maybe as a backdrop, does that make sense? It's way too much. Maybe I just do like one here, two back there. Does that work? I'm unsure, and I feel like I have to tinker with this a bit more. Yeah, I can harvest grass. And in different heights too. That is so amazing. Because I want this area to be less overgrown, but I do like decorating with grass. I think I even want to place some of these plants on top of that roof. I do also want to replace some of these blocks, at least the overhanging ones, with moss, because the grass blocks from the bottom are brown, but right now I don't have the moss, so I need to collect some more and then I can replace these. I'm also gonna move these real quick. This table takes ages to break though, so let me be intentional about where I put it. Hold on, it's really dark. I don't know if this Quebec lamp really works. I feel like it doesn't match the vibe. Maybe just a candle out here on top of the table. Wouldn't that be kind of pretty? Yeah. Now let me just add this stool. I don't know why this is going down. I'm gonna have to see what happens. Do I get kicked off the table? Is that what happens? What? What? What was that? Why is it damaging me? This game is crazy. Is there lore behind that? That's a fun little feature. This is such a pretty little build. And we have this beautiful, beautiful house. I'm in love with this design. And it looks so good at night too. It's gonna look even better the more plants we add to this. So I'm probably gonna do a bit more grinding between episodes and show you guys the result next time. Last episode, we found the heart of Orbis and were given the task to discover a bunch of memories. Let's go turn in the ones we collected so far and see what reward we get. Record 26 memories. That's a lot. And what are we getting? Okay, so for 10 memories, we got 3 decorative chests in the furniture workbench and 2 eternal seeds in the farmer's workbench. It's always good to get more seeds. Well, that sounds interesting. I wonder what eternal means. And for 25 memories, we got another 3 decorative chests, okay, and 4 eternal seeds. Alright, well, good. Let's see what that's all about. Now while we're in the area, let's go over to the Rootling Merchant and see if their trades have been reset. Maybe they have something interesting to sell us. I love the movement in this game. This is so much fun. Hi! Alright, what do you have for us? Okay, these 3 are the same. I think most of this is the same, isn't it? The fruit skewer looks like it's new. I think we haven't seen that one before. Let's get that one. But I think for the most part, this is the same stuff that they were selling last time. Okay, it was worth taking a look. Let's get the fruit skewer and go home. Whee! I'm still trying to figure out the best method to use this mechanic. Right now I'm sprinting, charging it up, and trying to jump at the right time so that I actually jump right before it charges and not too soon. Alright, let's check out these seeds. Oh, I think I just realized what they meant by eternal. I think these are literally eternal in the sense that they can be used forever, right? That would be awesome. Let's make one. With some essence of life, some lettuce, and a lettuce seed bag, we can craft this eternal lettuce seed. Oh, and we can make one for wheat too. Awesome. And we can even make more eternal seed bags, as long as we upgrade the workbench. So we need greater essence of life for that, which is 100 normal essence of life, and some logs. That's not too hard to obtain. Let me get on that right now. Okay, so how do we get a lot of essence of life? I think you can get them from these berry bushes? Or not? I thought I got one earlier from a berry bush. Okay, that does not seem to be working. Maybe there's a better way. Is it just when you get any sort of plant? No. That's also not giving us essence of life. Hey, fox. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, what do we do now? New memory. You wanna be my friend? Okay, bye. I think one of the first things I got when I started this world was some wild wheat. Yeah, that seems to be working. Okay, good. We are close to 100. Let's just gather up enough to get to 100, and then we can upgrade our workbench. Okay, we have more than enough. Let's make some greater essence of life, and now we can upgrade. Oh, and we can make essence of life from wheat too. That's good to know. I just planted the first pack of eternal seeds, and it seems to not work the way I thought it would, because it was using up the seed packet like a normal seed packet would, but now the seeds are glowing. So maybe instead of the seeds being eternal, it's the plant that keeps regrowing. But if that's the case, I think I like that even better, because that's a big help, but it makes it not too easy. It would be too easy if the seeds were fully eternal, right? But let's see what happens. Considering the amount of essence of life we're gonna be needing soon, I think we should get to farming a lot of wheat right now. I was gonna do that later. Remember how I mentioned that I want to build this big wheat field? I think I'm gonna start that right now, because this seems to be a good source of essence of life. I'm gonna start here. I'm not too worried about the shape of this because I'm gonna be expanding it a lot anyway in the future. But let's plant our first eternal wheat seed here and a lot of normal ones. I love farming in this game. It's so cozy. The watering can is one of my favorite features so far. Oh look, it's already growing. Something I want to figure out is if there is a way to make an infinite water source in Hytale. I already know you can't make one like you can in Minecraft by doing a 4x4 block hole or the 3 in a row. When you try and take it back out, it just takes the block out, so that doesn't work. But I also know that wells exist, so I don't know if you can get infinite water from wells. Another thing I've noticed is that when I filled up this watering can in the river, it didn't seem to leave a hole. So maybe if the water source you get water from is big enough, it keeps refilling. Or maybe there's a difference between naturally generated bodies of water and player-made bodies of water. I don't know how any of this works yet, so I hope I can figure that out soon. If anyone knows something, by the way, please let me know in the comments, because figuring out a water source is gonna be a big help. The river isn't too far off, but it does take a lot of time to keep running back and forth. And I would love to have a well or a little pond in my base. So I have no idea if this is actually going to help me in terms of getting water, but I wanted to make a pond here regardless. I feel like this is just a nice spot to have a little bit of water here, so I'm gonna make the hole a little bit bigger and start filling it up with a bucket. Oh, there's a bear. Why didn't I block? Damn it. Okay, well, this is a good moment to practice fighting. I'm pretty close to home, so I really have nothing to lose. Ouch. Okay, it's hard to block in the right moment. No! I wanted to block there. I saw my stamina regenerate, and when it was like halfway I tried to block, but it didn't let me. That's really annoying. Oh, the bear went to sleep. Okay, block, hit, block, that was good. Now my stamina needs to regenerate. No! See? Okay, I was doing the same thing again. The stamina was almost done regenerating. It should have been enough. Maybe there's a timer, like you can't block while it's regenerating or something. I don't get it. I feel like you should be able to block when the stamina has regenerated enough. Because I can block when my stamina is about half full. It only doesn't work when it was empty first and then it's regenerating. Even when it's almost full, it doesn't seem to be working anymore. But okay, we have a nice little hole now, so let's start filling it up. I just spent about 30 minutes filling up this hole, and it's not looking very smooth, but I'm gonna stop here because this is a lot of work, and I think I'm just gonna keep chipping away at this over time. Even if this water gets used up slowly, at least I can fill up my watering can a bunch of times, so I don't have to keep running back and forth. I will keep observing and testing the water mechanics, and I will report my findings once I have figured it out. But again, if you know anything about water mechanics that could help me, please let me know. I'm so happy with how this base is turning out, but something that's still missing is a little more life in the form of animals. I don't know how to keep animals from despawning. That is something I want to figure out in the future. What I did see, however, is that in the farmer's workbench, you can craft a crate to capture small animals, and I would really love to do that. Maybe get some chickens. We could also craft a chicken coop. Either way, for a lot of these things that we can craft in the farmer's workbench, we need essence of life. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of farming off camera to make sure we have a lot of essence of life so that we can actually get to crafting and using them in the episodes. What a fun episode that was. I am so happy that I'm finally in a place where I have collected enough blocks and I have figured out the building mechanics enough to really be able to be creative. I've also learned a lot about farming in this episode and what we need to do to reach our goals of turning this starter base into a super cozy and cute farm with lots of different plants and animals. So far, we stayed in a relatively small area, but this world is big and there is so much to see. Next episode, I'm going to be doing a lot more exploring. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and a nice comment would really make my day. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on our next big adventure in episode 4. See you in the next one. Bye bye!